Welcome back to another Pokemon news video. We have a ton of stories to get into for collectors, competitive players, and for community members in this channel. If you're a part of this community and would like to join the giveaway for this free Crown Zenith Pikachu VMAX Special Collection box, all you gotta do is comment down below telling me which Pikachu do you like more. Do you like the Chunkachu Pikachu VMAX or the Pikachu V? The winner will receive this box right here that Manta Trading gave us for free to give to the community. In competitive Pokemon card news, the North American International Championships have officially been announced. They're going to be taking place on June 30th to July 2nd, and this time it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Of course, it's going to be happening in Columbus, Ohio once again. Everyone loves Ohio, right? The halls that they're going to be using for the Pokemon NEIC 2023 this year will be larger than the ones they did last year. Expect there to be at least like probably 2,000 competitors because they're making room for a lot more people to come through. Now, there is one slight issue with this though, however, because I'm sure some of you guys have seen in the actual news, not the Pokemon news, that there was like this major train derailment that happened and there was a lot of chemicals, like toxic chemicals and materials and stuff that spilled out because of the train derailment. So people are very worried about that, and there's like not a confirmed like thing out there to say it's going to be super safe to go to Ohio and to be staying there when NESC happens. So I'm hoping there's some more information that comes out later on, but right now it's still looking like Pokemon wants to hold it in Columbus, Ohio. So we'll see what goes down. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm likely going unless there's some like news that comes out that the chemical spillage is like so bad that it's going to actually affect the whole thing. You know, who knows? Next up, let's get to some Pokemon card release news. We just got confirmation today that the second set for Scarlet and Violet, I know the first set's not out yet, but the second set has now been confirmed for June 9, 2023. Now, originally Scarlet and Violet 2 had a placeholder date for June 30th, which basically ties into NEIC, but luckily it's going to be happening before that, which means the cards in Scarlet and Violet 2 are going to be tournament legal for NEIC. So you're going to expect, you can expect a lot of really interesting and creative decks that really haven't had too much testing, because when they release a set 2 weeks before the event, that's going to have a effect on the meta. And on top of that, if you were a fan of those back to school products that released last year that had Evolving Skies and Sword and Shield packs or Chilling Rain packs, you'll be happy to know that there's going to be some more back to school Pokemon card products releasing in July, featuring of course another pencil case and some erasers. And on that note, they're going to be doing another collection chest, a summer collection chest for 2023, featuring of course the 5 usual packs of recent sets, a little notebook, some stickers, all that stuff that we usually like to showcase on the channel. On to some Pokemon card news. Let's jump into the products releasing on May 5th. We have a brand new Pokemon EX box. We got Cyclizar EX. The Cyclizar box will be releasing for about 22 US or 22 Canadian dollars. It'll have 4 booster packs inside, 1 jumbo card, and 2 promo cards. Now, to be honest, I'm not really excited for this product. It's going to be a straight pass if I was just like a regular collector, but you guys already know I'll be buying it to unbox and review on the channel. And fun fact, the Cyclizar EX promo we're getting in English was actually a promo card you could pull from booster packs from certain starter decks in Japan. So cool how they sort of like, you know, repurpose specific cards in Japan over to English. In terms of competitive play, the card is definitely underwhelming, and the Rotom isn't anything special either. So yeah, if you don't like these cards, these are boxes you can definitely skip out on. Some more Pokemon products releasing on May 5th are going to be the Paldea mini tins. Each tin will run you about 10 US dollars or 12 Canadian, and the artwork is illustrated by Naoki Saito, who's done all of the mini tins in the past. Each Paldea mini tin looks like it's going to come with 2 booster packs and 1 sticker and no coin. Usually these tins would used to come with coins, not anymore. And of course, we don't know what booster packs are going to be included just yet, so I'll let you guys know when we get them on the channel. We got the Sprigatito one with the other dog, which looks like it has cinnamon buns on its ears. We have Fuecoco, who is just chilling, just about to take a nap. I love Fuecoco now. We got this orange looking cat Pokemon, and they also got Lechonk in the background right there. We also got Pikachu and a Pokemon that looks like it could be a Neopet. And then the Quaxly tin with Smoliv, a very small Pokemon. Now you can buy these tins individually for about 10 US dollars or 12 Canadian, but you can also buy 10 of them all together in like one nice box package as well. And these probably won't sell out like the Crown Zenith mini tins. So this isn't an item you're gonna have to be, you know, super trying hard to hunt down compared to the CZ mini tins, which by the way, we just opened up on the channel. Just in case you missed it, they officially announced the Clara artwork, which will be for the Clara tournament collection box. The Clara full art looks really nice, and it's actually going to be a pretty usable card, because once rotation comes in April, at least one copy of Clara has been pretty popular in a lot of the Giratina decks. So Giratina V-Star probably going to be the best deck in format when it officially like rotation hits, and one copy of Clara, this could be that one nice copy of Clara in your deck. And in case you missed it, here's the full art Boss's Orders. That's going to be in the Cyrus tournament collection box as well. And just a heads up, Boss's Orders has now been confirmed to be a card that will stay in rotation next rotation, which means you're probably going to want to pick up your favorite copy of Boss's Orders over the next couple of weeks or so and get your decks ready with that. So if you think the full art Boss's Orders in Rebel Clash featuring Giovanni is going to go up, it's probably going to continue to go up, so try and find a copy for a price you're willing to pay. Now, if you don't know, Pokemon Trading Card Game Live will be officially taken over the online Pokemon card game space once the new Scarlet and Violet set comes out. When that set comes out, Pokemon Trading Card Game Online will no longer get any more support for new cards. So if you ever want to play Pokemon cards online, Scarlet and Violet cards forward, you have to play online. If you miss the good old days, I got some good news for you, because Pokemon, or not Pokemon, but Nintendo just announced that they're going to be re-releasing a bunch of old Game Boy games onto their online catalog on their eShop. Those Game Boy games include some different versions of Zelda and a Kirby game, plus the original Pokemon Trading Card game for the Game Boy Color. So if you ever wanted to play or ever wanted to experience what it felt like playing old Pokemon cards with the older format and the old cards from way back in the day, you'll be able to play it soon on your Nintendo Switch with the Game Boy Color version of the game. It looks like it's going to be a nostalgic fun time, because back then too, I don't even think I played Pokemon cards properly. Me and my friends probably like made up our own rules, and yeah. April 10, 2000 was the original release date in America, and the sets included in this game will be from base set to fossil. So a true throwback for my older Pokemon gamers out there. I'm sorry if I make you feel old. We're finally getting our first two Pokemon EX decks. Now, this would be a throwback to a lot of those people, or like a shout out to a lot of those people who comment on my deck review videos complaining how there's no full evolutionary line for the V Pokemon in the deck. So for example, there was a Venusaur V deck, but there's no Bulbasaur or Ivysaur. People were upset about that. They wanted to see the full evolutionary tree. When it's not there, it kind of makes people angry. So now they're going to be giving you this with the EX decks. First up, we have the Ampharos EX deck. This will be releasing on May 5th. $10 US is the price, probably about 13, 14 Canadian. And it's going to be a 60 card deck, which comes with all of the usual things included in any kind of starter deck. Now, one thing they do with these EX decks is they don't just release one, they release two. However, it kind of annoys me, because the other deck that they're releasing is going to be the Lucario EX deck. And it is a straight up, like, if it hits for weakness on Ampharos. So if you have two of the decks, then one deck will obviously have a clear weakness advantage over the other, which is kind of annoying. But if you like Lucario, which you probably do since it's one of the most popular Pokemon of all time, you might want to grab a copy of the Lucario EX deck. Both of these decks are going to be level 1 decks, so the cards inside are not going to be super complicated. Now, those decks were for beginners. We got some really great news for people who are a little bit more on the intermediate or advanced level of Pokemon cards. We have the Palkia V-Star starter deck. Now, this is going to be a level 3 deck, which means it is going to be ready for competitive play pretty much right out the box. Now, there have been a couple other level 3 starter decks Pokemon have released in the past, and those include the Mew VMAX starter deck, the Ice Rider starter deck, and the Shadow Rider starter deck. This is a pretty big deal, because this will be the first ever V-Star starter deck that Pokemon has released. This is going to be a really great time to pick up Palkia, because Palkia cards have always been pretty on the more expensive side, especially when it was really meta. Palkias were like $25-$30, similar to how like Mew VMAX was when it was the absolute best deck in format. Now, Palkia isn't the best deck in the format anymore, especially when this deck does release. However, it is going to be a really good deck to pick up if you want to start just getting a little more competitive, because it's going to have so many of the key cards you need in the deck, like 3 copies of Palkia V and 2 copies of Palkia V-Star and the Radiant Greninja. All of these cards are very useful, so you're going to get your value out of a starter deck like this. And again, I know Palkia V-Star is not going to be the best deck in the format when this deck releases. However, However, it is going to still be like at least a B or C tier level deck. So if you were, you know, genuinely trying to up your game, this is a great product to buy, and I'd highly recommend it. Just like I did the Mew VMAX deck, which a lot of you guys bought as well and have seen great success with too. And I already told you guys about the pre-release events coming soon for Scarlet and Violet. I just want to let you guys know to check in with your local game shops in your area, because a lot of them are now selling their event tickets for the events. So if you want to play with some Scarlet and Violet cards early, that's the place to do so. And we actually got some more up close images of the promo cards that do come with these build and battle decks. So we now know the exact effects of all of them. So here's just a look at all four. You guys can pause if you want to read. We got Revavroom, we got Halucha, we got Palmot, and Quaquaval. Now I'm planning to attend a couple of these pre-release events in my city, Toronto, but if you want to come through as well, maybe you're living in the GTA, I'll leave links down below to Manta Trading and 401 Games. They're running a couple in the time period that they're going to be doing them. So I'll catch some of you guys there, that's for sure. If you enjoyed your time here with me today, subscribe so you can stay up to date on more Pokemon news, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Peace out.